Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Shoetique Talk, where we highlight the people in the community that definitely are shining. So I'm always excited, y'all know that, when we're filming Shoetique Talk, because I get to talk to people in our community that are just doing great things, and I'm so excited to introduce you to them. So today we have a wonderful, beautiful girl. She's a SAFIYA Shoetique killer, yes, and her business is right here in the plaza over at SAFIYA Shoetique. But I'm going to introduce you to Jodie. Welcome, Jodie.
Hey.
Hey. Why you acting shy now?
I'm not shy.
You're not shy? Because I can tell you're not shy.
No.
All right, so this is my platform, Shoetique Talk. And when I met you, I thought you were such a beautiful spirit. Not only did you basically support my store, but I was like, what the heck does she do? And then we started following each other, and I had to have you on Shoetique Talk. So welcome, and can you please tell my guest, who are you and what exactly do you do?
Okay, so my name is JODIE-ANN WRIGHT. I am the founder of Melanin Edge Studios.
I like that name.
Yes. Melanin Edge Studios, and what we do is basically content curating and creating. We do a lot of stuff in between, but primarily what we do is content creating. So photography, videography, podcasts. What else could I say we do? We have a dance class there.
Huh?
Yeah, we chop it up. We do a lot of things
You chop
there.
it up.
Yeah.
All right, and what gave you the idea to start such a business?
Well, this started in 2019, and it started in fashion, because that's what I read. That's my heart there.
Fashion's your heart?
Yes.
Well, that may be why I like you.
Well, that could be it too.
Because I love fashion.
So that's where it really started. I can sew.
You can sew?
I can sew. That's
Let me drink.
That's my first love. I love to
Really?
sew. Yeah. So initially, I was like, I want to do something that's fashion related. So I started to make some skirts, make some pantsuits, and then I made a T-shirt. And I'm like, I need to give this a name. It felt like it needed a name, so I came up with Melanin Edge. And then slowly,
But what does that mean to you? What does the name mean to you?
It's just that we're made to believe that as Black women, Black in general, that we are at a disadvantage all the time. And we do actually have an edge. Like we do.
We all do.
Right. And I think that's why I came up with the name, literally. I put those two things together. I'm like, Melanin Edge.
Did you trademark that name?
Not yet.
I think you should.
Yeah, not yet.
Because it does have an edge, but it's just also something very powerful about it.
Yeah.
And then the message that you just told me behind it.
Yeah.
So, you got some people out there that would take the name.
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? So,
That is true.
yeah, you want to get on that immediately.
I'm going to do that, yeah.
Do it immediately. And a lot of us think that trademarking costs a lot of money. It really doesn't. But I will share with you an attorney number that can get you trademarked.
Yeah, I like that.
I share that because I started SAFIYA Shoetique 11 years ago. When I started SAFIYA Shoetique, listen, I never wanted to be known as a boutique because I started out with shoes and my love for shoes.
Okay.
And then it was not. Now it's the popularity.
Right.
And when I first started out, you don't think about trademarking and stuff like that. So I think it was 8 years into my business. A lot of people are calling me and saying, listen, now you got Joy Shoetique, you got Dick Shoetique. So I trademarked, and the attorney had to send a lot of cease and desist letter because they can go back and see when you started your business.
Right.
So
they go based on that.
They go based on that. And also, like, if it's not even, like, there was one in California before me, but she went out of business.
Okay.
And in all honesty, I've always been a little bit, I would like to say, peculiar. So I didn't like things normal. So that's why I literally came up with that. So not saying that maybe somebody else in the world didn't have it before, but I know when I started, no.
Nobody was doing that.
No. And then with all the calls and people telling me about, okay, now you got Jodie Shoetique, I was like, I feel like I worked hard on my brand and it shouldn't just be snatched away. So that's how I ended up meeting that attorney. So now when somebody like pops up, like one happened the other day in Palm Beach, and a cease and desist letter was sent, and she said she wasn't aware.
Do you find the persons that are doing it and then get the lawyer to send the letter?
Yeah, I feel like we're such in a social media world now, or it's like a word of mouth thing now. So somebody will tell you.
Okay.
Like I had a client come in and she was like, this was like maybe 2 months ago, Tariq. My son is behind the camera, y'all. And this person literally just changed it to like, I forgot the first name and Shoetique, and she had all my pictures on her Instagram. You remember my kids? My kids are about, I swear. And
what
happened?
Was she selling?
Your
stuff?
I don't know. I don't know the dynamics of, did she actually have the same products I had?
Right.
Or what was, because I don't know her. But somebody came in my store and she was like, SAFIYA, what she said, something about, a second store. Where's your second store? So I said, but I did have a second store years ago before COVID. So I said, nah, that store is closed down. She said, no, your second store that you've been advertising. And I'm like, I don't have a second store right now. And she goes, I was wondering why you changed the name so much, like the first name. And I was like, what's she talking about?
Right.
So I got busy. Somebody came in, so she left. And then it was like 2 days after somebody else inboxed me
With the
actual page with all my pictures. And I was like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's like extraordinary.
So I literally wrote her. And then the thing is, she had my main page blocked. SAFIYA Shoetique, she had that
so
page
you
blocked.
can't find
so
her.
I couldn't see
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
So what happened is, my Shoetique Talk page, I have a Lash Cosmetic Line page. Obviously, you really don't know me because you would have known that.
Right.
So I inboxed her from those pages, and I said, well, do you mind giving me back my business? And she wrote back, and she wrote back with eyes. And I said, yes, this is SAFIYA. All those pictures are me. Can I please have my business back, respectively? And I said, if you wanted to use some content pictures, I would have, you could have called me. Probably we could have worked something out.
But what was
you
she
just
selling?
I didn't even bother to ask her because she just did the eyes thing. She never said sorry. She never wrote. She just did the eyes
deleted the
thing
page?
and then deleted the whole page.
Interesting.
Yeah. So why I say that is things like that. And guess what? Maybe that's just the one person that I do know.
Right.
That
There
somebody
could be
came back and told
more.
me.
There could be
more.
Yeah.
So when you're working hard in your business, sometimes as mothers and business owners, we're so busy trying to tackle so much, we don't think about the admin part of it.
That's so true.
So I say that, so please make sure you do that.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to look into it this week.
Because I see you work very hard at your stuff.
Yeah, I do.
All right, so you broke down your content. So with your business, people bring ideas to you and you bring it to life? Like, how does it work?
Yes. So somebody says, well, I wanted to do a photo shoot. That's the basis. And I wanted these colors and I had this idea and just like throw stuff in there and I create like a set depending on, you want a lemonade stand, I'll make the lemonade stand. And
You giving me some ideas,
yeah,
honey.
yeah.
All I
It's
gotta
just
do-
based
Woo.
on like whatever it is that you see in your mind and we talk about it and then we bring it to life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the most creative idea that somebody brought to you that you brought to life that you enjoyed?
So far, I did a red rose wedding.
What does that mean?
It's literally a wedding, and all she wanted was red roses.
Huh?
So yeah, so we did red roses everywhere, red roses on the wall, just like
Oh, okay. So you do occasions too, not just...
I do occasions. Yeah. So I ended up in that's jack of all trades. So I ended up in
Jill.
event planning, Jill of all trades.
Don't leave the woman part out.
Right. So I did end up because it runs concurrently. I do events as well. So like if you want it, I don't want to do it so much these days because it's a lot of work and people aren't willing to pay the price.
No.
Yeah.
No.
When it comes down to doing that, people don't want to pay the price.
I hear a lot of event planners tell me the same thing.
No,
that,
it's true.
Like people want the extravagant, look, but they don't
Grand
want to pay
looks.
for it. Yeah.
They want everything, but when you show them, these are the numbers. They don't want to pay that. So
All right.
yeah.
So you've been in business how long?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, as a storefront.
And what do you like about it?
Flexibility. That's my top thing.
Work for yourself.
Yeah, like I clock in when I need to, or when I want to. It gives me a better chance to balance life. I have 5 children, so
Me too. But
Yeah.
you don't look it, girl. Yeah, look good.
workouts
You work out every day?
3 times a week at least. I try to put that in there.
I think you go to my trainer.
Yeah.
Why you giving me that look? You can tell the people that. You
Yeah,
can tell
cause
them.
I'm not see her. I'm not see her over there.
I was waiting for her to say, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So yeah.
Yeah, but I'm coming back tomorrow. I had a little bit of, I had a.
Some room. You have some room to do it now, cause that's what it is. It's time.
It was room, but honestly, I had a little minor surgery,
Okay.
so I had to take it easy.
Oh, yeah,
so
for sure,
It's
yeah.
definitely room because just
Yeah.
like you, I'm Jill of all trades.
Yeah.
But our health is wealth.
It's priority,
And
yeah.
it is priority. So I've learned that the hard way, and I'm learning that. But I did have like a little bit of minor surgery, so I had to take time off before and after. But trust me, honey, our trainer, he literally come to my door, take a picture of the sign, and DM me. Like, I'm at your door, okay?
No, he's so good though.
Yeah, Steven is so good, though.
He's
Like,
good.
even sent me a message this morning. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be telling me stuff like that too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have him on this podcast because he's really serious about.
He's very
about
listen.
health.
I've So I've known him for 2 years now, but I haven't trained with him. I just started training with him.
Since you moved over here?
Since I moved over here. I don't know why I didn't. Because I feel like I do well on my own. Like I have an idea.
Oh, I don't do well on my own.
I have an idea of what I need to do to get, like my results. But I feel like as I'm getting older, it's getting harder. Like my body doesn't respond to things the way it used to.
It's true.
So I need help. Yeah. So I recruited.
I mean, looking at you don't need help, but girl.
No, it's just, like what we see, like what I see. Yeah. There are things in my body that I
get it, because people tell me the same thing. I look good
you
for
look
having
good,
5 kids,
right.
or you carry this well or what. But, being a person of being out there in the world, you still want to, and it's not to please anybody.
Right.
'Cause I'm
it's
so
for
not
me,
a social media
for you,
pleaser.
yeah.
It's for me and how I feel. So.
And then also, I hate when people say, you look good for having
Me too.
5.
Me too.
I want to just look good.
Yeah, me too. Because the first thing I always say, what is that supposed to look like?
Right.
Because you have more than 1 or 2 children,
Right.
you're supposed to mash up.
Right.
But I feel like it's the world we live in, though. Like people, the expectations on us. I guess 5 kids is a lot for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
So people
People look at me crazy.
Yeah, but even when I tell people I don't have a stretch mark, they be like, stop lying.
So you don't have a stretch mark?
No, I don't have stretch marks.
Okay.
No, but you said you don't. No, I don't.
Because I feel like that's
people
such a
expect your
common thing.
stomach to be. No,
well, that's good skin for you.
I do really have.
No, that's
my
good
parents.
skin. No, yeah.
But they don't. My sisters don't either.
So it's good skin. That's genetics. Yeah.
We don't have all that.
May I have the stretch mark?
No, I don't have it.
Yeah.
And
I've been tempted.
And I had twins too.
And you had twins, so that's like extra stretch.
And I didn't have extra stretch. My twins look like a little basketball.
Okay. So
people would make me feel bad. Your shorts too? Like when I say feel bad, I used to wonder, like, is it really too? Why they keep saying that? So I went through a lot of stage with that when they used to point in my belly like a little basketball. So I'm Jamaican. I think you're Jamaican. So in Jamaica they say when you carry small, you carry the baby in your back.
Yeah.
So I think like with my heritage, all my sisters, we carry our babies in our back.
In the back.
And they come out normal size because my twins are 5'6" and 5'14". All right. So tell me, as an entrepreneur, who's your biggest influence? Who motivates you?
Biggest influence. Let me see. Who do I follow? This is always hard. This also makes me feel. Yeah, it's hard.
So easy for me.
It's easy for you?
Oprah has always been my biggest.
Okay, I don't have a lot of people that
motivate you.
Yeah.
Really, Joe?
I swear to you, this is not the first time I'm having this conversation. Yeah. A guy gave me homework to go find somebody.
I think you should do that.
That
I think we're all inspired a little bit by somebody.
I'm sure the inspiration comes from even like you. Like I watch how you just go on live and you just talk and this is what we have in the store and you just pull people in. Like I watch you do that. That is inspiring. But I don't feel like there is a person that
stands out for you.
No, I think I pull just
from everybody,
from people and things that I hear, and it's just like general conversations. My mother, she's an inspiration. The way how she handle things, like how she prays about things. She don't get all feisty.
So you pull a little bit from everybody.
I pull from everybody. I can't even pinpoint one person that I'm like, this would be.
I think for me, I pinpoint. I don't know. Since I was a little girl, I don't know. In a lot of ways, Oprah Winfrey reminds me of my mom.
Okay.
So I think it's more of that for me. It's not more of a celebrity kind of thing. It's more of her strengths. Even before my mom passed, I always saw Oprah, my mom.
Okay.
So all my strengths pulled from that. Like she's such a powerful woman of so much things.
Yeah. So
like she wasn't just settled into one space.
Thing. Right.
So like when I was growing up, I'm like, I could do that. I don't just have to be one thing. You know?
You said when you were growing up, and that's interesting, right? Very interesting to me. When you say when you were growing up, what age frame does that look like?
For me, when I started to know my voice, 12, 13.
And you knew then that you could do multiple things?
Yes.
Because I didn't know that.
Yes, I did. Because my mom did multiple things. And I've always had a mom that she didn't put herself in one box. So for me, when I watched that, I was like, oh, I could do that. And then growing up, I was addicted to Oprah Winfrey. When people were looking at cartoons, I was watching Oprah Winfrey show. I liked the way she spoke, how she kept herself. And then I would see like on the news, she's teaching people at Spelman. She's writing books. So for me, I was like, oh, my mom does multiple things too. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. And I don't know how common that is. I'm reading a book now by Jennifer Lewis. It's her autobiography. And she's talking about how when she was younger, she had people that she would emulate or just want to be like or knew that she wanted to be like. I didn't have that. I don't know why that is. No.
No? Not your mom, your aunts, nobody?
my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I already knew I wasn't going to do that. Like, I just knew, like, that's not for me. And I feel like growing up, majority of the women that I saw, that's the role that they played. And not that it's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. It just wasn't your thing.
I knew it wasn't my thing, but that's what I saw, you know? So I feel like it's more so when I was getting into adulthood that I'm like, oh, wait. It goes like this. You can do this, you can do that. I didn't know that all along.
Yeah,
Just like I didn't know I could own a business. That wasn't something. I would typically answer something like, oh, I'll be a vet or I'll be a doctor, just typical.
Well, I think as if I can speak for us younger Jamaican women, I think we never knew that growing up either. Because for me, when I started my business, it wasn't so as popular as so many young entrepreneurs now.
Right.
And when I did it, I didn't know I could own a business either, being, you know, young, my age and stuff like that. So I feel like I felt that way too.
Right.
But when I saw the examples,
Yeah.
then it made me feel like I had hope, like it was possible.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
I just had to figure out how to get it started.
Okay.
All right. So tell me, what is your weakness in business?
Weakness. I love give people discount.
Jesus. Oh, that's a weakness, baby.
Pray for me.
I think that's a part of my weakness too. And I don't think it's weakness for me because I don't know how you view it. I think it's I have such a grateful heart, and I feel like when I bless others because that's the way I was raised.
Right.
So and I'm such an appreciative person.
Yes.
Like I'm so grateful for it, and it's not that because you need the money grateful.
Right.
It's more of, oh my God, my business is being blessed. So I always feel like if I bless somebody, it will come back to me.
I love how you look at it. I'm learning that, or my experiences are teaching me that you have to just stand for what you stand for.
You do.
I feel like the consistent bending backwards, it becomes
I stopped that years ago.
You know what I mean? It's a little bit too constant for me. Like I don't.
Yours is constant. Okay.
I do it too often.
No.
And then people don't appreciate what you do.
You know, I'm actually writing a book right now, and it's called The Ungrateful Humanity. And this is based on my experiences that nowadays I realize when you do something kind to a person, they are always surprised by your kindness.
Yes.
Because it's so rare now in today's world. It's like even the other day I ordered Uber, but I already left my store. And so I ordered Uber to come to my store. And I was like, oh my God. By the time I got home, I said, geez, I forgot I ordered Uber. The guy called me. He was like, oh, I'm in front of the door. The door's closed. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I ordered. It's okay. Go ahead and leave it. I'll just come and get it. I don't live far from my store. And he's like, no, it's okay.
I'll take it to you.
I can take it to you. But can you go in the app and change that for me? Or I could text you my number. I said, okay. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. He's like, it's okay.
Let me do this for you.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. So I texted, and he came, and I gave him $20. And he was like, you didn't have to. You already gave me a tip on Uber.
Right.
And I said, no, you didn't have to do that.
Right.
Thank you for being so kind. And he said, oh, okay. So my daughter was on the phone with me, and she said, Mom, you're always so kind. And I said, well, hopefully that taught him to continue his kindness.
Right.
You know, because you don't get that in today's world.
You don't get it. It's not common anymore. Or I don't know if it was ever common, but it's certainly not common.
So we know your weakness in business. What's your greatest strength?
I'm getting the job done the way you want it. Whatever you say you want, that's what you're going to get. I'm going to get a good review.
So you like happy customers?
Yeah, I love happy customers.
What do you do with customers that are not too happy?
Every now and then I get those. And I'm just really human with them and transparent. Like if there's a mess up, it's something that was beyond my control.
You take accountability?
Yeah, absolutely.
11 years in business, I would probably say about 4 people. And one of them happened last week.
Yeah.
And it used to like, oh my God, I'm doing, because I'm such a person, I go over and beyond.
Right.
Even if I have to take a loss for it, as far as I go, that's me. And this customer was out of town. And it wasn't my fault. I didn't know Juneteenth was a national holiday now. I know I sound, because I'm Black.
Is it?
Okay, thank God. It's not the only person that says
because I was looking like, where's closed, where's open. My girlfriend works for housing, and she was at work.
I didn't even know until the bank.
Yeah.
That's how I knew. So anyway, she had called me prior before the week, and she was like, hey, can I get a bite? That date happened to be Juneteenth. So I knew it was something now, Juneteenth, so I give discounts in my store, stuff like that. But I didn't know, like, post offices, shipping companies were closed. So I was like, yeah, it will come on that day. So she called me, SAFIYA, it closed. Nobody's working today. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? I just found out like 2 hours ago the bank was closed. Like we are now passed as a national holiday. I'm grateful, but honestly, I did not know.
Right.
And I thought that would be understanding for anybody to understand. Oh, no, baby. She was so upset she didn't get it on that day because I told her it would get to that day.
That day, regardless.
And irregardless, I'm explaining to her about it. She was just going on. And I was like, you know what, God? yeah, okay, I did tell her the date. I did not know, took accountability, and I said, you know what? My store doesn't do refunds, but I'll go ahead and refund you for it because you didn't get it on the day you wanted. So when you get it, just send it back to me, and I'll refund you. Because I'm sorry. It happened. I made a mistake. I didn't know. She said, okay. She hung up. Honey, she wrote me a long email.
Well, is she still upset?
Upset. She wanted to wear it for that day.
I've never really gotten the extreme of like that. Like it's always like, this is what it is.
But I'm glad who I am, Jodie, because the old me would have been like, listen to me, block, delete, listen. So I didn't do that. I just said to her, you know what? Again,
I'm sorry.
I am so sorry.
Right.
And again, I can give you a refund. And again, my deepest apologies. But we are learning every day in business.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your feedback. And I will look into that to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
That's all I can do.
I am deeply sorry. And I realized by doing that, she wrote me, thank you for that. And she feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
And she said, you know what? I'll keep it when it comes. So.
Right, like she should.
So you learn, and no matter how long you've been in business, I feel like we're still...
Right, I'm still here?
Woo!
Right.
We're still learning.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to wrap this up a little bit. I want you to tell us where you're located.
I'm located at 7101 West Commercial Boulevard.
Good.
Still trying to get used to the address. Suite 4A, Tamarack, 33319.
And how do we follow you on Instagram and Facebook?
It's Kandake Joe.
Spell it.
KANDAKEJO.
Oh. And we can book you. Give us a phone number, please.
954-643-8737.
Alrighty. And before we wrap up the hot seat, I like to give my guests a quick second to interview me.
Okay.
Is there one question or any question that you'd ever... This is a hot seat question. So
Okay.
it could be, ask any question, just not going on my business. I'm joking. Any question at all that you ever wanted to ask or maybe thought of to ask SAFIYA, please ask me.
SAFIYA, when I watch her up on our page, what am I thinking? I don't... That social media presence that you have, I'm envious of that.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Why?
I mean, you just do it. I don't know if I go through my head too much, but you just seem to do it. So I want to know, like, how is it that you just get on there and you just go on live and you do it routinely and you have that consistent flow of doing that? Like, I haven't been following you too long, but I see that you do that. Like, what is it that you do preparing yourself to just go on
I will
live?
humbly tell you the truth. I don't prepare.
You don't prepare?
I don't.
Okay.
I would be lying if I told you I prepared. I feel like this has always been my gift. And I feel like when I fully embraced it, it's when it just became natural.
Okay.
What you just told me, a lot of people tell me all the time. My producer behind there, he's told me many times, my videographer, SAFIYA just goes and talks.
Right.
And a lot of people will say, do you prep first? No.
No
I
prepping.
don't. I think I just always want to be me. So when the lights, camera, action come on, and whatever it is I have to do, I just do. Like if you say, come on, we're going to host this event right now, SAFIYA. And I'm like, okay, Jodie, what is it about? Da-da-da-da-da. All right, let's go. You ready? All right, welcome, That's just me.
You can put it on.
So I just feel like it's my gift from God. And I feel like because I embraced it confidently, that it comes naturally.
Okay.
And I feel like just like how you saw it, people gravitate to that.
Right.
Because people are so used to people putting on a facade.
Right.
Of, so I don't think that people are used to it's rare.
Yeah.
So they like that. So.
That's a fair answer, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here.
Oh, it was an honor.
I wish we had more time
appreciate it.
today.
No, it's fine.
But I'm definitely going to support your business. I have a lot of ideas rolling in my head right now. I want you to bring some content to life for me.
Okay.
And I'm a big supporter.
I know. From the first time I walked through here, I'm like, yeah.
I'm a
she
big
about it,
supporter.
yeah.
And I'm excited that I sat with you to know more about your business, so now I can understand more and get over there. And I'll be back at the gym Monday.
Please.
All right. Well, thank you, Jodie.
Oh, you're
I
most
appreciate
welcome.
you.
I
We're going to
appreciate
follow
being
you. We're
here.
going to support you. And thank you for being a part of Shoetique Talk.
Oh, thank you.
And that's a wrap, y'all. Make sure y'all go follow her right now. Make sure you subscribe and book her. And what's the name of your business again?
Melanin Edge Studios.
And your Instagram?
Melanin Edge Studios.
All right, Shoetique Talk. We're out. To the next episode. Mwah. Hey, it's your girl SAFIYA with Shoetique Talk, and I am seeking hidden gems in this community, South Florida, and all the surrounding areas. Will you be the next guest? We are seeking purposeful people that are doing great things in the community. Are you the next hidden gem? If so, please reach out to SAFIYA Shoetique on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or 954-391-1662. I am ready to interview you. Will you be my next guest on Shoetique Talk? We'll talk soon.